It is to do with this man and it is to do with this woman right at the beginning of this week. These two people are going to be on your mind quite a lot, okay? My gorgeous Libra, when it comes to this woman, I'm talking about somebody extremely smart, somebody extremely intelligent. And when it comes to this man, it is somebody who is like really not afraid of showing his emotions. It is to do with somebody who's also rather smart, but especially when it comes to his emotions, you know, his emotions are so well balanced. So it is somebody who is extremely emotionally intelligent as well. So these two people, this man and this woman, are not only going to be on your mind, but you're also going to realize through them, you're gonna somehow, while you're thinking about them very intensely, somehow you are going to have a completely different point of view, on like basically the particular path that you're currently on. It is a lot to do with exactly what you're going to be thinking about, and it's a lot to do with exactly what is indeed going to be on your mind. But most importantly, it's to do with, this current path that you're on, something that you are thinking about quite a lot, and you do know that this particular path that you're currently on, it's not only you being on that path currently, but there is so much more to it. It really is to do with just something that you're currently on. It's to do with your life, it's to do with your lifestyle, it's to do with your destiny. You've got a little bit of everything when it comes to this. So when it comes to this man and this woman, as I said, something is going to be triggered within you, really powerful. You are going to start to see the path that you're currently on from a completely different perspective. And this in itself, it's actually gonna do you so good. It's going to elevate you and it's going to make you feel really good about yourself. You're going to really pretty much so realize how good you are. Not that you're gonna realize how good you actually are, about something really specific I'm talking about here. And I think that this is going to be absolutely obvious. It's not only about you realizing how good you are, but it's also about you being reminded how brilliant you are at something, how amazing you are at something. It's really telling me, please don't get me wrong, my gorgeous Libra, but it's really telling me that you maybe started to lose a little bit of confidence as well when it comes to this path, a little bit of confidence. And this is a lot to do with not just this current path. Do you know what I mean? It's to do with something that you have been doing for a very long time. Something that's, it's probably to do with your talents. It's to do with your passion. It's to do with something that comes to you so naturally. But within the last few months, or even maybe within the last year, you stumble upon quite few little problems that did take your attention away a little bit. So this is why this situation has been kind of caused, where you were kind of maybe not getting enough out of it, and then you started to question yourself lately quite a lot. But now this is gonna be brilliant, because now, as I said, you're gonna be able to see this current path that you're on from a different perspective. You will be reminded how brilliant you are. You will be reminded how good you are. You will be reminded how amazing you are, my gorgeous Libra. And that in itself, it's really going to again refresh you, and it's going to remind you like, oh my God, no matter what, you need to follow that vision. No matter what, you need to follow that vision. Okay, and maybe if things haven't been that great lately and you weren't as satisfied, that doesn't mean that they're gonna be amazing later on, because they're going to. They are going to. Your life is gonna change like there is no tomorrow, but at this stage of your life you need to trust yourself more than ever. And this is why this, I can call it like a magical situation is going to happen. This magical situation is indeed going to take place, and you will find this kind of so elevating. You will find this so rewarding. Now suddenly you will be reminded of all the great things that you have done throughout your life. You will be reminded of all the rewards that you've had through that particular path, for example. And each of these things that you're going to be reminded of is going to do something amazing when it comes to your spirit, when it comes to your soul. Absolutely brilliant. So my gorgeous Libra, the bottom line is you're most certainly going to be reminded of, what you are so great at. And, you will also be reminded of certain things that you've done so well, so great connected to it. And you're going to find this so rewarding. But it's also going to really kind of elevate you, and here you're gonna have like quite a few interesting ideas as well after that moment in time. Within 1 or 2 days, this is really going to open your mind. This is really going to open your mind. Your mind will go somewhere where your mind has never been before. Okay, your mind will go somewhere where your mind has never been before, which means that you, over the next couple of days, you're gonna come out of your comfort zone, and they're gonna be such a weird but absolutely brilliant ideas you're actually gonna have, connected to this. They're gonna be brilliant ideas, and that's exactly what you need to do, baby. From this moment onwards, it's about expanding your horizons, but it's also about tap into things you've never tapped into before, trying things you've never tried before. And this is a lot to do with things that come naturally to you. It's to do with your talents, it's to do with your passion, it's to do with the path that you're currently on. Okay, this is an important stage of your life, but you need to take these little unusual ideas that you're gonna have within the next couple of days like very, very seriously. And you are going to surprise yourself. You're gonna be like, where is this coming from? This is so unlike me. Where is this coming from? And I know that you're gonna talk to somebody kind of close to you, one of the immediate people in your life, and they're also gonna be like, wow, that's really unusual for you. That's really different to come up with that. They are not going to say, that particular person is not going to say that they don't like it, that they can't stand it, but they're going to be really surprised that you came up with something like this. And this needs to be a really positive sign. This is this needs to be, this is a really positive sign, because it means that you are, evolving at this stage of your life. You can't stay on the same level. It's just a reminder that you need to keep on changing throughout your life. Okay, very, very important, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. And also, when it comes to the beginning of this week, do you know what? Based on this information you're going to have, there is some kind of a message you're going to have, there is some kind of information you're going to have at around the beginning of this week, also not connected to this, not related to this. So there is going to be some kind of information or message you're going to have, and you really are, because what happened previously, as I said, what happened at the beginning of this week, and due to the fact that you are having number 16 when it comes to numerology, your numbers this week are number 16, and that means that you are, oh my God, this is like you are reaching the turning point when it comes to your life. And by the end of this week, you are pleasantly going to surprise yourself when you realize how passionate you are going to feel about this direction that's unfolding in front of your own very eyes. If this particular direction was unfolding in front of your own very eyes just a few months ago, you would be like, no baby, no. But now it is the new you about to emerge, and this is what number 16 mean. But also when it comes to the beginning of this week, what I was trying to say before, that you are indeed going to have such an interesting news and information, and you will realize, oh my God, I really need to hurry up. You need to hurry up with something like, oh my God, you are going to need to make a certain step that you are, oh my God, not really going to like it. You know, you're going to need to make a certain step that you're not really going to like it. To be quite honest with you, you're going to feel rather uncomfortable, but you're going to need to accept this and go with it. There is something official, something legal that you're going to need to deal with. There is a certain step, there is something legal and official you're going to need to deal with. You're going to need to resolve this. You're going to need to sort this out. Okay, and I know that somebody is also gonna give you such a wise, like a really wise advice when it comes to that as well. You're gonna get such a wise advice, but this time I think it's gonna be from somebody official or somebody who's connected to this type of situation. So my advice is absolutely, you need to do this. You need to do this, because whatever this is, it's actually gonna work in your favor, and you're gonna feel and be so much happier. If you don't do something about it right now, it's about a little problem which is going to grow into something enormous. Do you know what I mean? It's the problem that is gonna grow into something so unnecessary over the next 2 or 3 months, and you're gonna be like, why did I allow this situation to go on this level? No. So that's why you need to deal with this. You will know what am I talking about when you have this information, when you have this message, where you're gonna feel this sense of urgency, like you need to do something immediately. You're gonna need to resolve some kind of illegal issue, something really official or something really important, you know, but you are really not gonna feel comfortable about it. But as I said, the sooner you do it, you know, the happier you're going to be, because the outcome of this, it's gonna not only gonna work in your favor, but something really kind of negative, it's also like kind of gonna come to an end. This is gonna be resolved. Something needs to be resolved, and if you leave it like a longer, it's just gonna kind of work against you. Maybe it's even to do with something that you felt like a little bit like stubborn about, maybe something that you decided to ignore, you know, but the more sometimes we ignore certain things, but this can actually kind of go against us quite a lot, and I'm afraid this is one of those situations. By the time you get to the meat part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, do you know what? You are really going to feel like you want to reconnect with nature. You're gonna feel like, oh, I really need to and I really want to reconnect with nature. This is always a great sign. You know, this is always a good sign when you feel like this. And there is something really specific that you're actually going to do. You know, so first of all, you're going to feel like, I really want to reconnect with nature. And then you're going to feel drawn to do something really specific, of course, along those lines. You know, you will be reconnecting with nature. Whatever this is going to be, just you need to like go ahead with it. You need to go along. You know, you need to go with this flow, my gorgeous Libra, because you are going to have the moment in time you reconnect, which means that you're going to forget about daily problems. You're going to forget about your daily life, and you are just gonna re-energize. You know, you're gonna ground yourself, you're gonna recenter yourself, and the moment that happens, you are going to disconnect from things that have been kind of like making you worried, and from things that have been bringing you down, from things that have been clouding your mind. You know, you are gonna disconnect from all those things for a minute or two, for 10 seconds. No, I'm joking. For a little while, you're gonna disconnect with these things, my gorgeous Libra. And then suddenly, the moment that happens, you are going to have this realization. You're going to have this spiritual moment. You're going to have this realization. You know, you are going to have this spiritual moment. You're going to have this realization, my gorgeous Libra. Do you know, like, number one, what do you immediately need to start? What do you immediately need to start? You know, this kind of venture or something like that, boom, 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 it's going to come on your mind. The beginning of something, the beginning of some kind of a new stage, the beginning of some kind of a new venture, a really important new beginning, because this in itself, you know, there are two things that are going to come to you, my gorgeous Libra. Sorry, there are two things that are going to come to you, you know, when you have this realization, when you have this spiritual moment. So there's two things that are going to come to you. Number number one, you will be thinking about starting something. So it's just going to come to you, starting some kind of a journey, starting some kind of a venture. You know, first of all, it's going to start like a journey, it's going to start like a venture, but it's going to turn into something absolutely incredible. Here you're going to find yourself. Here through this you're going to find, not only you're going to find yourself, not only this is bringing like a major prospects into your life, but financially this is going to be absolutely incredible. Financially there is something that really big you're actually going to achieve, probably one of the biggest things ever. Okay, no joke, seriously. So financially this is going to be like a big heavy mama. And then when it comes to the second thing, my gorgeous Libra, you know, you're going to realize, you know, what's missing in your life. You're going to realize so much what's missing in your life, but at the same you're going to realize what's missing in your life, but it's really a lot to do based on this experience, you know, this spiritual experience, this moment when you feel reconnected with nature. You will realize so much what's missing in your life and what you're not going to be able to live without whatsoever. Okay, but at the same time you're gonna realize, oh well, you know, if I do go for this, if I do go for it, you know, I also need to cut something out of my life as well. I need to walk away. You're gonna realize what exactly do you need to move on from, what exactly do you need to walk away from, or what exactly do you need to cut out of your life. You know, this is important. This is important. Most certainly, listen to me very carefully. You are on the right path and you are most certainly doing the right thing. I really kind of strongly suggest you to take this very seriously as well. This is gonna, both of these things are gonna reflect on your own happiness, and you are gonna live a much more fulfilled life indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, do you know what? It's about this idea. Now you're going to have this brilliant idea about this problem that you have been worrying about. Oh my God, something really personal. Oh my God, something that has been bothering you quite a lot over the last 5 months. I suppose there was some kind of a negative change in circumstances you've had like about 5 months ago, or within the last 5 months. Something affected you greatly. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. Something affected you really greatly within the last 5 months, or like about 5 months ago. And since then things have been kind of difficult for you, because you've been worrying about whatever this was. You have been worrying about, and you're still worrying about this to this day, because it's really kind of preventing you. It was preventing you to do what you wanted to do, and you were thinking about this ever so often. So now, just, you know, you are going to have this brilliant idea just suddenly right now after 5 months. You know what I mean? What you're gonna do when it comes to this problem, and then you're gonna go into this like kind of hermit mode. You're gonna be thinking about this more and more and more about this idea, and you're gonna be thinking about that problem, and you're gonna be thinking how it's time to try to kind of, you know, sort this out. You know, really, it is really important, you know, and the more you think about it, the more you're going to realize what a brilliant idea you actually have. You know, the more you think about it, the more this idea is going to make sense. It's just how to kind of deal with this particular problem, what to do. This is going to be such a brilliant idea, and I know I suggest you strongly, like kind of to do something about it immediately, you know, to do something about it immediately. And I know you're going to be worrying about that here as well. You're not going to be too certain whether this is going to work out or not, and there is also again something that you are not going to feel too comfortable doing, you know. But then again, you know, I can see you kind of doing something about it. I can see you doing a couple of things, you know, and I can see you like kind of going somewhere, making a little trip or a little journey, going somewhere connected to this, and then after that I can see you going somewhere again, and then after that you will realize, oh my God, I need to kind of, now I just need to wait a little bit, you know, because you will realize this problem is not going to be finished and it's not going to end overnight. But you are you're really going to have such a powerful indication, and it depends who exactly you're going to be talking about, who exactly you're going to be dealing with. You're going to have such a powerful indication that you're going to be absolutely fine, okay? And you will realize, okay, I'm just going to need to wait a little time now to see what's going to happen. And then, you know what I mean, you are going to really feel like it's going to be absolute ages. But then again, within the next few days already, you are going to have such an amazing news, my gorgeous Libra, and you will see that you have done something really, really successful when it comes to that problem. Whatever you did, whichever step you made here, it really, really worked. That's going to kind of blow you away, because you expected like months. For some reason, honestly, you really expected months, but they are going to be like literally days, because within the next few days you are going to have such a positive news, and you will know that, oh my God, there's going to need to be one final thing that you're going to need to do within the next few days. You're going to get a phone call, or you're going to get a message, and there's going to be one final thing that you're going to need to do, some kind of a compromise in order, and then it's going to be finished, then it's going to end. You're going to realize that there is some kind of compromise you're going to need to make. But my God, the moment in time you hear about this compromise, the moment in time you hear about this situation, you are going to have a reason to party. Seriously, that's how happy you're going to be, and that's going to be the final stage of this kind of problem, okay? It's just one compromise you're going to need to make, but the moment in time you hear about this compromise, you're going to be absolutely over the moon. You're going to be so excited, and you will have a big, big reason to celebrate. You will have a big, big reason to party. No wonder you have felt such a strong and positive vibes when it comes to that particular idea in the first place, because finally this problem is going to be resolved, and now you will know exactly which important plan you are going to be able to carry on with. Oh my God, what an amazing moment this is going to be. This is to do with your freedom, this is to do with your spirit, this is to do with your liberation, my gorgeous Libra. So now you will know exactly which plan you will be able to carry on with, and this is gonna mean to you so much, trust me. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just gonna shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what's gonna be a tarot card of the week, okay? I'm just gonna shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm gonna see what's gonna be a tarot card of the week. Let's just see, my gorgeous Libra, what's gonna be a tarot. Well, there you go, you've got a Two of Swords, okay? Do you know what, when it comes to this week, okay, you just need to listen, you need to trust yourself, you need to trust your intuition with whatever you actually do. There are gonna be some big and important decisions you're gonna be making. There are going to be some big and important decisions you're going to be making, and I think it's time to be completely 100% honest with yourself, because otherwise this is not going to be working. Okay, I'm afraid that, you know, you are going to find yourself on crossroads when it comes to this week. But don't be, you know, put off when I say that you are going to find yourself on crossroads. This doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing whatsoever. Sometimes it is like probably one of the best things that could have happened to us in a very, very long time. You know, and this in itself, it's really a lot to do with your own situation. So the moment in time you do find yourself on crossroads, you know, the moment in time you do try to make some really big and important decisions, you know, just don't think about what makes you feel comfortable. You just think about what you need to do. Think about what needs to be done, okay? It is time to come out of your comfort zone, and that's why I'm saying this, my gorgeous Libra. Hello, my gorgeous people. I'm so excited to finally share something I've poured a lot of intention into. I've created the Ritual Mug collection 3 absolutely beautiful mugs designed for your sacred mornings, tarot sessions and daily rituals. First up is the High Priestess Brew, which is perfect for connecting with your intuition and centering your energy before a reading. Then there is a full moon fuel, a lunar inspired mug for aligning your energy with the moon's cycles. And for those powerful go-getter mornings, there is Sip Your Strength, designed to help you step into your courage and purpose. These aren't just mugs, they're intentional tools to bring energy and magic to your day. You can shop the full collection right now. Just tap the link in the description or click the card up here to explore all 3. Thanks so much for supporting what I create, and I can't wait to see which one calls to you. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.